Hey folks, I'm Chris and I'm your Commander Mechanic. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to remind everybody to check out our affiliates at Hairy Tarantula and TCG Player, and you can help support the channel by following my socials or by becoming a patron. Links to each are in the description. Let's take a look at what's in the workshop today. Premium patron Tim Conan writes, I've been having trouble thinking of which deck to get you to work on, but I think I want you to take a look at my new Adrix Nev Twincasters deck, upgraded from the C21 Quandrix Quandary Precon. Can you help me turn its speed and power up to 11? Well, first, Tim, thanks for choosing to support the channel. The Quandrix Quandary Precon has to be one of my favorites out of C21. I love making copies of things, and this deck has that in spades. I mentioned it a little in my upgrade guide, linked up top, but Adrix and Nev are really unique as a commander. The Twincasters here have Ward, the new keyworded ability that counters any spell or ability an opponent uses that may target them unless they pay an extra 2 mana. But the big benefit is that these two are token doublers on a stick. With this commander in play, anytime you make a token, you make twice as many, similar to Parallel Lives, Doubling Season, or Primal Vigor, all in your list already. It is important to note that when copying a token, it remembers everything about that token. So if you make an extra copy of a 0/0 fractal with 3 counters on it, you won't make a 0/0 that dies right away, it'll enter with the counters too. So you've got all the classics in your list already. Like I mentioned, you've got the token doublers along with populators. That's going to ensure that once you make a token, you won't stop making tokens. Essica's Chariot, Full Flowering, and Second Harvest are all incredible for getting you more tokens, spiraling into a massive wave of tokens on board. Fantastic for leveraging your core synergy. This is a deck that's eager to go wide, building up a massive army, then making copies of, say, a Craterhoof Behemoth to pump your army and swing for the win. It's a solid strategy and a lot of your choices point in that direction. Fantastic work. There are a few concerns, however. Your curve is a little high and your haymakers are very high on that curve. Craterhoof, Avenger of Zendikar, and Koma Cosmos Serpent are your heavy hitters, demanding we hit 7 or more mana in a game. But your existing list is very light on ramp. You have Sol Ring, Skyclave Relic, and Wood Elves as your ramp. That is very light on-demand assured mana advantage. You do have Carpet of Flowers and Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath in the deck, but we could be looking at scenarios where those don't do anything for us. That would be rare, but it is still possible. And with only 36 lands in the deck, we may run into a situation where we lack the ramp and card draw to find lands to ensure you're hitting that land drop every turn. Be careful because that's going to feel really bad. Your mana base is a little suspect as well. Field of the Dead could maybe work for you and maybe create extra tokens, but you have no way of controlling what kind of lands you have in play. With only 13 basics in the list and multiple spells that cost double or triple color or more, I'd be concerned about any lands that don't or can't produce colored mana, and anything that enters the battlefield tapped. As mentioned previously, you really want to be playing on curve here, and tapped lands prevent that from happening. With all of that in mind, there's nothing too significant I'd change about the list. Carving out little bits of nice-to-haves for more veggies, as I call them. You need to eat your veggies before you can have dessert. You need to include the staples before you include the bombs. I'd start with more on-demand card draw. You have Skull Clamp, Shamanic Revelation, and Rhystic Study in the list, but that's really it. They're good options, and they rely on other things to draw you cards, having a board state, for instance. Much like your other inclusions, Insight relies on your opponent's casting green spells for you to draw cards. Let's include more value we can control. So let's make some room for card draw and ramp, trimming some nice-to-have elements like your Planeswalkers, Nissa, and Vivian. They're okay for ensuring you can create a plant or a beast every turn, but they don't progress you where it matters. Let's instead include some ramp in the form of 3 visits in Nature's Lore. These two grab untapped forests for the battlefield, meaning you can still cast spells afterwards later in the game. So maybe we trim Fable of Wolf and Owl and Awakening Zone. Sure, these create tokens, but maybe we can make higher quality tokens that do more. I'd replace these with, say, Thopter Spy Network. It makes us flying, evasive tokens and draws us cards. I'd also cut Shamanic Revelations as well, in favor of card draw on damage. These will be more reliable to draw us cards at all stages of the game. Reconnaissance Mission and Bind of Thassa are big favorites of mine. And let us throw in a compliment to Wood Elves in Farhaven Elf. The two basically do the same thing, and having more effects that ramp you on creatures is never bad. In the same vein, I'd include Risen Reef. You have enough elementals to trigger it multiple times, and making copies of Risen Reef gets you exponential triggers. Lastly, let's focus on quality of tokens created. Here, I'd recommend Mimic That. This bad boy will net you a token of whatever you want that has died, meaning you can get your own stuff or the best thing an opponent has lost. Sure, they go away at the end of turn, but if you can get 2, 3, or 4 copies of it, it's still really good. And then there's Body of Research. I think that people are sleeping on this. Sure, it's a vanilla creature, but it's a big honkin' vanilla creature. And getting a few copies of it for 6 mana, that's a win. For upgrades, you've already hit a lot of the big dollar items here, like free counter spells, Force of Will, Fierce Guardianship, and Pact of Negation. If I were to invest in anything, it would be faster mana. Mana Crypt would go a long way to helping these ramp issues, and a Chrome Mox could get you leagues ahead pretty easily. And then there's tutors, Mystical Tutor and Worldly Tutor in particular, to ensure you have what you need when you need it. Whether that's a counterspell or a double major, a Wood Elves or a Craterhoof Behemoth, tutors are whatever your heart desires. So here's our final list. We've added in some more veggies at the cost of a little meat, but we're going to run smoother and faster. In the end, being more consistent, value-generating engines with tokens, drawing cards, and the essentials. Our goal is to go wide with tokens and overwhelm our opponents with value from multiple copies of creatures we should only have one of at a time. Be sure to let us know in the comments how you've changed your deck, Tim, and thanks for choosing to support the channel. For everyone else, let us know in the comments how you would continue to improve this list. Until next time, folks, good luck and have fun. As always, a huge shout out to our patrons, without whom I wouldn't be able to keep doing this. A special shout out to our Lodestone Golems, Ben Frayne, Sterling Langford, Will Briggs, Ben Davis, David Norrie, Corey Whitaker, and Snipes, and our Metalwork Colossi, Austin Charlotte, Charles Olson, Matthew Chandler, Ben Shackelford, Pulsating Kiwi, Jim, Raphael Lum, Wyatt M, Timothy Conan, Matt Oakes, and Stephen Dunn. Thank you, everyone!